Hey everyone, it's Susie from Minnesota, Zone 4, and just thought I'd show you what's grown in my garden. It's been about 3 weeks since my last video, so just kind of giving an update. I'm not going to try and speak too much, I'm just going to show you, and I'll probably talk about a few things, but I'll let you listen to the birds and everything else. These are my tulips that I planted. I didn't choose the colors. It was all in a great big bag. I do not know how that worked, where I got pink in there, 2 yellow, and then 2 pink. These were packed full of bulbs, so they didn't do as good as I thought. There should at least be about 10 in there. But it's still pretty. Adds a little bit of color, but I'm getting ready to plant, so I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to cut them off and bring them in the house. This one I think was stepped on, so that's why there's only 2. But it does look like I'm going to have a bloom. I'm hoping that one's purple. I have a lot of yellow and pink. Not complaining, but I was expecting more colors, all. Like purple, yellow, orange, red. I have my planters ready to go. I'm going to be planting up some of my pots today. I have my shovel put away, so hopefully the snow's done. After I had filmed, we had such a cold spell that everything just stopped. I'm like, so, but then it heated up and then everything looks really good. It's my heuchera. Looks pretty good. This is my black lace elderberry. This, not so much. Part of it just split, so I had to get rid of that, and this is just not doing good. I'm not sure what I want to plant here because it's a part sun area, and I just don't know. I kind of did the green, lime green heuchera just because that had purple foliage. I don't know, maybe a red twig dogwood of some sort. At least I'll have some winter interest. I do have some weeding to do. It's just kind of gotten away from me, so please don't mind the weeds. It's my columbine. Not sure what color it's going to be. Like I said, I don't plant this. The birds just kind of deposit wherever. The only thing I wanted to ask you about is, just wait, look at my Solomon seal. Isn't that unreal? And it's got the flowers on. I love this stuff. I think it's just so graceful looking. But this is a hosta. I'm not sure the name of it. I wish I did, but this is attached to it. I don't know if you would consider that a sport, but unfortunately I don't know the name of this hosta, so I can't really say what it came from. But I think that's really neat. I was wondering if I should just dig it up and split it and plant it somewhere. It's not like I had this hosta next to any other one. I have it here, and these all split from that one. So I don't know if these two kind of got together, but I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to dig that little portion up. My lamian is blooming. You can see I have some grass in there. It's not working really well as a ground cover, is it, as far as suppressing weeds? Alright, and then all of these little things that I keep pulling out year after year are from a daylily that I had gotten from a friend. A very invasive daylily. After that I was kind of not wanting daylilies anymore, so I'm wondering if it's one of those where you find, in the fields along the road and they just dug it up because it's invasive. And I got rid of it. I love that. My anemone. I wish it would get bigger, but I have a few blooms. All in all, not too bad for May 12th. Beautiful morning. Nice little breeze, birds. I think my trees are ready to drop their cotton. Ugh, that is such a mess. But it only lasts for a little bit. That is a giant. It's too bad that it dies down to the ground when it gets hot, though. Such a shame. Because even without the flowers, the leaves are so pretty. I moved it. I moved the variegated comfrey that had a long, I don't know if you want to say taproot. It had it been 2 feet. I didn't get all of it. It just kind of snapped off. So I really have to water this. It's taken its toll, but I think it'll do just fine. My one hosta that I thought bit the dust came back. I think I'm going to move that one. I'm not sure. Maybe a little over there. Just so that the guy can get to the meter here. I think it got stepped on. You see my shadow? I had my water feature all set up, and I got to the nursery and they didn't have my floaters, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. A little bummed about that. It was a long trip. And I think I'm just going to go with floaters this year. That way I don't have to worry about things toppling over, but I love that. So do the birds. They still do. Other day I came out and there was a bunch of goldfinches taking a bath. These pots are going to have to wait. I have a few plants ordered that haven't come yet. Hopefully this coming week. It's like an invasion of lily of the valley. I don't think they're ready to flower yet. The birds love the pine tree. Not sure if my birdhouses have any birds in them, but so yeah, about 3 days ago, all my hostas were, they were up high enough, but they were still just kind of like little, if you want to say, fingers poking out of the ground. The leaves just started to unfurl the last couple days. Isn't that neat how that comes up, that color? I think that's that variegated japonica. I don't know if you can see it. Looks like the sun is kind of glaring off it, but it's kind of pinkish peachish. I love that. Lady's mantle is always so pretty. I just love to touch the foliage. It's so soft. This is my pulmonaria. I think it starts off blue with the blooms and then it turns pink. It looks really good. Still haven't figured out how to fix my turbine. planted up some of my pansies. I just felt bad getting rid of them. So I took the nicest ones, and I think that looks really good. They had a nice root system. I felt bad getting rid of it. I hate getting rid of any live plant. This is still looking good. Still has the pink tips. At some point in the summer, that will go away and it'll just be green, and then it'll get flower heads. They're just very pretty. A little aggressive, but I was even thinking about planting one of these in the front where I had my black lace elderberry. I just love that whole texture. Looks like the birds dropped some of their nesting material. Not a whole lot blooming right now. Everything just looks really lush and healthy. Daffodils look pretty good. Some are coming to an end. My barberry looks really crappy. Half of it's alive, the other part, and it's kind of like the story of my life between half of the plant dying. I don't know if I'm going to keep that. I've had this plant for probably 7 years, and it hasn't gotten any bigger than this. I don't think that's normal. It's not supposed to get really big, and I know it's a slow grower, but that's really dinky. I potted up my blue containers with some pink, I don't know if it's pink fireworks grass. I think it's really pretty. I dug up all of that variegated grass. It wasn't as hard as I thought, but I'm happy I did it. It was in that whole area here, so it was taken over. Very aggressive. And you can see 1 year I had a pot back here that had creeping Jenny in it. And that's what this is. I leave it, I just pull it where I have plants so it doesn't smother it out. My hardy hibiscus, no growth yet. I heard that if it's slow to emerge, usually hopefully by Father's Day. Oh, where was it? There it is. But yeah, that's creeping Jenny all over in there. That's really pretty. And not too hard to pull. It does have runners, but it's definitely not like Lily of the Valley. I would rather control this stuff than Lily of the Valley. I had a shrub that I had here at one point that I got from a friend. She dug it out, and she had some Lily of the Valley. Unfortunately, that came along for the trip. And I have it in here. I thought I got rid of all of it, and then it's coming up again. And my Oriental Lily did come back. I thought that bit the dust, so here it is. I'm so ecstatic. I will be moving this, and I'm probably into this area back here where it doesn't look so out of place. And then I'll be moving my hibiscus, because you can see my tiger eye sumac is definitely going to be in the way. I'll just back up here a little bit. And that's really late to merge too, the tiger eye. I was a little worried that wasn't going to come back, but that's so neat. But I'm not going to move my hibiscus until I see the growth, because if there is nothing, I'm not going to go through the hassle of moving a dead plant. I'll just leave it. Only one of my hardy geraniums survived. I think it's I always get it wrong. Roxanne? I really should look that up. And then I had a daylily that was back there under the sumac, which also got stifled out last year. It survived, but I moved it right here. So I hope it likes this spot better. Plus, I think it'll be nice once this tulip's done. The foliage will take over and cover up the icky. I think I'm going to pull that tulip. I had a bunch planted. It's the only one that survived. Can't really see it. Just a little purple and white. I'm getting ready to plant my beds. I'm still waiting again for some plants to come. My tomatoes. But I definitely can plant my beans and peas. They're talking 80s this weekend, and beautiful. These are my tulips. They look really good. Again, I didn't pick and choose what colors went in here. I just dug a trench, chucked the bulbs in, and what came up, came up. That one's kind of pretty. There's like a little tinge on it. A lot of yellow. Next year, I'm definitely, if I do this again, I'm going to get early bloomers. Because I'm not going to plant in here until these are done. That would just be a shame to dig them all up at this point. And it's still early for Minnesota to plant. And in these two beds here will be my zucchinis. So that's okay. Yep. More yellow. But it's a really light yellow, pale, pastel. Very springy. Purple. But I wonder what color this is going to be. That's really vibrant. So these turned out way better than the front ones. I won't do the front ones again. Maybe I'll try something different. Hyacinths, maybe. But I think what happens is I have nieces and nephews and they think it's fun to step on the pots. It's like it's a game. I got all that growth. Not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. It'd be a shame to get rid of them. These daylilies I will be moving into this garden over here at some point. I just kind of had this as a holding garden throughout the winter. And then this hosta did come up. I thought this one bit the dust. So yes, all of my hosta just did come up. Very pleasantly pleased and surprised. This is a Sweet Summer Love clematis in there. And I had to cut it all the way down. I want to say that in February we had that really warm spell. I think things started to bud out. They kind of broke dormancy. And then we had that really bad cold spell. Because I had to do that with this one. I didn't have to last year. My honeysuckle looks good. But again, I just have all this growth. It's aggressive enough, but I got rid of a lot of this growth. Only reason why I kind of left this is because I think it's holding my trellis together. So I'm leaving that. How about my Joe Pye weed? Nothing yet. It's probably in there. I've got a lot of leaves. I'm not too worried. Just aggressive stuff. My allium. Pretty much each of these plants have 2 bulbs. Can't wait. And this is my other clematis that I had to really chop back. I never had to do that for the past 10 years. I just let it go. It's okay. It kind of cleans it up a little bit. I left the bottom stuff so I didn't do any more damage. I don't know if I'm going to get any blooms this year, though. That's too bad. The hardy pampas grass, and I'm not sure when it starts to emerge. There's some in town that I kind of keep looking at. Theirs haven't either. So fingers crossed it still comes back. Let's see. One of my coneflowers made it. The other one bit the dust. You can see in the grass here I've got some creeping Charlie. I don't like spraying for weeds. I'm not big on handling chemicals but the only reason I'll do it back here is just so it doesn't go into my neighbor's lawn. I have to do it soon. It's just been windy, so haven't had a chance. Oops. Ooh, the bird flew a little close to my head. I had one bunny in my garden one day. It was a really big one. Oh, wait. I better shut up. See if you can see him. Are you there? Oops. Maybe he'll come back. I moved too quick. And I just got home from work and I saw him sitting there. So I went and shooed him away. And then I used Milorganite to fertilize my lawn and plants. And I know it also says that it's kind of a rabbit deterrent. So I just went and kind of laid a boundary down around the garden. Oops, I bet they are nesting. Not things, birds. I think I'm getting a little too close to their home. I'll kind of make this quick here so I don't disturb them. This honeysuckle looks really good. I like that. I dug up the rhododendron. I'm done. I shouldn't say dug it up, I just pulled it out. I know it has a shallow root system, but if it can pull out that easily, then it wasn't meant to be. Sorry, I'm just trying to get through the pine tree here. My climbing hydrangea looks good. I think it's going to be more of a ground cover. It is climbing a little bit, but slow. Very, very slow. Alright, so I'm just going to, coming from this, looks really good. I love how right away in spring, when everything starts coming up, everything looks, even the grass, so green and lush, and it's just, I don't know, just perfect. I love spring. The pool will be going up again. I mean, I'm 50-50. I know if I didn't put it up, I bet we would have had a scorching summer. So maybe one last hurrah. It's a lot of work. I have some flowers on my blueberries. This is a bad time for this side because this is just in full sun here. I don't know if you can see it. I just have to make sure to get out here and get it covered. Shame on me last year. Bloomerang lilac. Gorgeous. It's not blooming yet, but it's going to be soon because the other one's around town. I can't wait. This is my tree. It lived, it budded out, but you can see this is a different set of leaves than this. I don't know what I'm going to do. Not only that, let's see if I can find it. What is that? Oops, too close. Got it on a lot of the leaves. I don't know if it's powdery mildew or if it's a bug. So I'm not sure. But again, I mean, I love these leaves, but I'm not happy that this is a different set. So I'm probably guessing this was a grafted tree. And I don't know if I should clip that off. But I don't know. Let me pick this up so you can see how big it is. Not a bad specimen. And it did live. I can't believe it. This was tricky because you don't ship me stuff in February, and I have to try and keep alive here in Minnesota. But I don't know. It's been a lot of work. I'm afraid if I plant it, I'm just going to have more issues. At least I won't have to dig too big of a hole on the plus side. Okay, enough about that. So if you can give me any hints what that white stuff is, I'd appreciate it. I was just wondering if I should spray it with insecticidal soap. So I'm trying to remember my 4 hydrangeas. I want to say it's strawberry, vanilla, little lime, pinky winky. I think it's PG. I don't know why I want to say that, but I think that might be it. Another lilac here. I think this is Japanese lilac. It's going to smell so good over here. All my hydrangeas look really good. Whoops. This one did good. I didn't think there was going to be any flower heads, but it looks like there is a few, more than a few. Last year I only had 1. And again, I trim all of my lilacs up right after they're done blooming. So I was just kind of surprised that one year when I had 1 bud. I do trim up the boomerang, and just the one time. And then I let it do its thing, and then I don't trim it up after that, just because I don't want to harm any of next year's growth. Yep, this pot's ready to go. No, not that one. Whoops, I forgot that one. And that one is. And then let's see, these are. So I've got a lot of work to do, and yet I can't wait to do it. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'm hoping I can do a video later on my pots to give you some ideas. But all right, bye for now.